A serious internal alert has recently circulated inside OpenAI. This is not speculation and it is not based on rumors. The trigger is Google and the rapid acceleration of its artificial intelligence capabilities. Behind closed doors, OpenAI teams are being reorganized. Development priorities are shifting. Resources are being redirected towards speeding up model improvements. This is not part of a routine update schedule. It is a reaction to competitive pressure. After examining Google's latest advances, one thing becomes obvious. Many users still turn to ChatGPT out of familiarity. They assume it remains the most capable AI available. At the same time, Google's Gemini 3 has already surpassed it in several key areas, largely unnoticed. And something even more significant is on the horizon. Gemini 4 is approaching, and it could reshape how artificial intelligence is understood and used. In this video, we're breaking down Google's upcoming Gemini 4 and comparing it directly with OpenAI's ChatGPT 5.1. We'll focus on the features that truly matter, discuss expected release timelines, and explain what this rivalry means for developers, businesses, and everyday users. To understand why OpenAI is responding with such urgency, we need to revisit how this competition started. When ChatGPT launched in late 2022, it surprised nearly everyone, including Google. A company that had led AI research for decades suddenly appeared to be trailing in public perception. ChatGPT became the fastest-growing consumer application ever and instantly changed expectations around what AI could do. Google's response was not public panic, but internally it made a decisive move. Google Brain and DeepMind were combined into a single research organization with a clear goal: create an AI system capable of outperforming ChatGPT in reasoning, multimodal understanding, and real-world usefulness. By the time Gemini 3 was released in November 2025, it was clear that this strategy was paying off. Gemini 3 didn't just match ChatGPT, it exceeded it across several important benchmarks. According to internal reports, this moment triggered alarm bells inside OpenAI. Development timelines were compressed, and progress was pushed faster than originally planned. The AI race had escalated. One of the main reasons Gemini 4 is drawing so much attention is its native multimodal architecture. Gemini was designed from the beginning to process text, images, audio, video, and code within a single unified model. This is important because these capabilities are not bolted on afterward. They are integrated at the core. ChatGPT, by contrast, uses multiple systems working together behind the scenes. While the experience feels smooth to users, the underlying structure remains modular. Gemini's unified design allows it to reason more fluidly across different types of information. Demis Hassabis has frequently emphasized that Gemini is built to process data in a way that more closely resembles human cognition. Vision, language, and sound are not treated as separate inputs, they are combined. There are also indications that Gemini 4 may go further, potentially reasoning about three-dimensional environments or assisting with robotic systems. If true, this would mark a significant step toward real-world understanding. Reasoning ability is another area where Gemini has quietly gained ground. Gemini 3 introduced what Google calls a deep thinking mode. Instead of responding instantly, the system allocates more internal computation time to analyze problems before answering. On large, complex exams covering multiple disciplines, Gemini 3 performed substantially better than ChatGPT 5.1. The gap reflected stronger problem breakdown and more consistent reasoning, especially important for scientific research, planning, and high-level decision-making. Context length is another advantage. While ChatGPT 5.1 supports very large context windows, Gemini 3 extends this even further, handling inputs of roughly 1 million tokens. This allows entire books, massive research archives, or large software repositories to be analyzed in a single session without losing coherence. Even more notable is how Google uses Gemini internally. Gemini 3 already assists researchers working on Gemini 4 by suggesting architectural improvements and training strategies. This creates a feedback loop where AI contributes directly to building more advanced AI systems. Google also benefits from how deeply Gemini is integrated into its ecosystem. Gemini is not just a standalone chatbot, it's embedded across Google Search, Gmail, Docs, Sheets, Slides, and more. Google has stated that Gemini will eventually replace Google Assistant entirely, powering Android devices, smart speakers, and home systems. As a result, when Gemini 4 launches, it will immediately reach hundreds of millions of users without requiring them to download anything new. AI becomes an invisible layer enhancing everyday tools rather than a separate app. OpenAI is actively responding. ChatGPT 5.1 introduced multiple reasoning modes, allowing users to choose between faster responses and deeper analysis. This mirrors a direction Google adopted earlier. OpenAI has also improved factual reliability and reduced hallucinations. ChatGPT supports multimodal input, such as images and voice, while image generation is handled through DALL-E 3. In creative work and programming assistance, ChatGPT remains highly competitive. The fundamental difference lies in design philosophy. ChatGPT's strength is its platform approach, tools, plugins, and integrations. Gemini's strength is deep integration into products people already use every day. Both systems are becoming increasingly autonomous. Gemini can already plan complex tasks and generate code with limited supervision. ChatGPT achieves similar outcomes through advanced tools and workflows. Both companies are carefully balancing increased capability with safety. User reach is another critical factor. Gemini benefits from Google's enormous distribution network. Many users will interact with it without consciously choosing it. It simply appears where they already work. Estimating Gemini 4's release means looking at Google's historical cadence. Gemini 1 launched in late 2023, Gemini 2 followed in late 2024, and Gemini 3 arrived in November 2025. Based on this pattern, Gemini 4 could arrive in late 2026, though competition may accelerate the timeline. Training models at this scale requires months of computation followed by extensive safety testing and phased deployment. Gemini 4 will likely appear first for developers and enterprise clients before gradually rolling out through consumer products. OpenAI is expected to respond with future versions beyond GPT 5.1, continuing the cycle. Neither company can afford to slow down. For developers, Gemini 4 could significantly reduce development time. Google Cloud will likely offer powerful APIs combining language, vision, and reasoning. Gemini 3 already generates application prototypes, visualizations, and interface layouts from text prompts. Gemini 4 may push this even further. ChatGPT remains a strong choice for coding help, debugging, and explanation, and many developers will choose tools based on ecosystem rather than raw performance alone. Enterprises may see the biggest gains. Gemini 4 could enable agents capable of managing emails, scheduling, document analysis, and database interaction using natural language. OpenAI is pursuing similar capabilities within its own platform. For everyday users, the change will feel gradual but significant. Gemini will quietly improve search, communication, and productivity tools. ChatGPT will continue evolving as a flexible assistant across platforms. Many people will use both without actively thinking about it. Only a few years ago, AI writing code or analyzing documents felt unrealistic. Today, it's routine. Gemini 4 and ChatGPT 5.1 represent the forefront of this shift. Neither system is flawless. Both improve by learning from each other. This competition is accelerating progress faster than any single company could manage alone. As Demis Hassabis has noted, the goal isn't just better chatbots, it's AI systems that genuinely understand the world. Each generation moves closer to that vision. If you found this analysis useful, support the channel by liking, subscribing, and sharing your thoughts. Which Gemini 4 feature interests you most? Do you think it will overtake ChatGPT, or will OpenAI reclaim the lead? Share your view and stay curious.